Hello and welcome to the Final Cut. I am your host, Mark the Movieman, or you can refer to me as 3M. I'm hoping to bring you some reviews of today's blockbusters, tomorrow's DVDs, and yesterday's classics. Today, up on our pilot episode, if you will be Snakes on a Plane, followed by Brick, and finally we dig into our What the Frack bin as we take a look at the very odd horror movie called The Mutilation Man. All that plus the 10 for 10 right here on the Final Cut. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Final Cut. I am 3M, and first up on our chopping block is Snakes on a Plane. That's right, the internet phenom, the airplane cult movie that took flight before it ever reached the runway. Check it out.
Enough is enough. I've had it with these snakes.
Snakes on a Plane is just that. Snakes on a Plane. Samuel Jackson stars as a badass FBI agent named Neville Flynn. Neville is assigned to protect Sean Jones on a trip from Hawaii to LA. See, Sean Jones saw a very nasty, brutal murder by a mob boss, and he's going to turn witness and rat him out. Sean Jones is played by Nathan Phillips. He may have seen him in Wolf Creek. Well, now he's on a plane with Sam Jackson fighting snakes. Alongside these asp fighters is Julianne Margulies playing Claire Miller. Now, Claire Miller is kind of your stereotype stewardess, but she's also a very strong female character, kind of a very good balance for the Samuel Jackson strong male character. The two work well together as they try to protect the people on the plane from, I'd say about 200 poisonous transcontinental asps. Now, along with on the crew is Lynn Shay. She was from 2001 Maniacs, and now she's playing Grace, your stereotypical old stewardess who had to take that last flight. She just couldn't let go of the job, and she's gonna regret every minute she did that, folks, let me tell you. Snakes on the Plane is exciting. It's got snakes, it's got video games, it's got action, suspense, and it's got Sam Jackson dropping the F-bomb, which, according to the internet, everybody just wanted to hear. Now, the movie is a rated R rating, as you may have guessed, so you may not want to take the kiddies to see this movie because they'll be up at night going, where's Sam Jackson? I need him. There's snakes in my bed. There's snakes in my bed, which, by the way, I heard could be the title of the sequel, Snakes in a Bed. No, I'm just kidding. But Snakes on a Plane does deliver exactly what it promises, and if you're looking for a cheesy fun night out or just one of those movies where you don't have to think for a while and kind of escape the world, Snakes on a Plane is for you, folks. I recommend it, at least for the matinee price, if not for a full night at the movies. Next up, we're going to take a throw at Brick. But first, we're going to take a look at a retro trailer. That's right, a retro trailer. That's where we're going to bring you a blast from the past as we show you a trailer from movies long since gone. First one up for you tonight is First Night.
I was still a boy when I first climbed this hill and saw what was to become my city. I named it Camelot.
Camelot.
Between duty and destiny. between loyalty and love stands a woman torn between a soldier and a king.
For just one moment, forget who you are.
Sean Connery, Richard Gere, Julia Ormond. Their world could not last, but their legend would endure forever.
Now we're going to take a look at Brick. That's right, Brick is an independent film brought to you by Fox Searchlight Productions. And it is a story about a man on a mission to find his ex-girlfriend whom he still loves. Now it is a noir film by every stretch of the means, yet it's unusual because it's set in a high school setting. In this case, Brendan is a high school senior. And in the clip we have that goes digging through the potheads and the drug addicts to find information about his ex. Let's take a look.
Where's Doge?
Hey, Brendan. Maybe you shouldn't be here.
Kara told me you know where M's at.
Uh-huh. And why are you looking for M?
She asked for my help.
Uh-huh. Well, listen, man, I got plenty on my plate without dealing with some jilted ex.
It's not about that.
Or whatever it's about, act smarter than you look and drop it.
Where's she at?
You better get while it's good. Heal it now, dig?
Throwing at me if you want, Hashhead. I got all 5 senses, and I slept last night. That puts me 6 up on the lot of you.
It's easy, bro.
Brendan, as you may have recognized, is played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was in Third Rock of the Sun for a while and recently started Mysterious Skin, now out on DVD. He is accompanied by Nora Zentner, who plays Laura. She's coming up in Heroes, and you may have seen her in Everwood. She plays the kind of lovesick ally in the background who helps out Brendan and carries her own little torch for him, though she never will admit it to him. Also look for Lucas Haas. He's come a long way since he first was in Mars Attacks. He's now playing the Pin in Brick and does an excellent job as this oddball villain, which I grew to love. I thought it was a very interesting character. And then finally rounding out the cast was Emily DeRaven. Yes, she's from Lost, and she's left the small screen for the big screen, and here she plays Brandon's ex, Emily. Now, the cast does a superb job. I think I love noir films myself, and I just thought putting noir against a high school setting was hadn't really been done before, and they do it very well. There's a lot of old gumshoe detective dialogue in there. There's just a lot of unusual characters, unusual circumstances, death. I mean, Brendan goes on this wild trip that I think you'll enjoy and you'll love to watch, especially for the ending, because like all noir films, there's that big twist at the end, and this movie does not disappoint. It also has that twist at the end, which, in all honesty, I didn't quite see coming. I kind of did, so it might be a little predictable if you've seen a lot of noir films. Still enjoyable, surely for the sheer fact of you've got high school kids who are acting like just something out of Touch of Evil. I truly recommend this movie for anyone who enjoys noir films. You'll like it. It's worth the rental. Go to your local video store now, pick it up, and prepare yourself for a dark, humorous, thought-provoking, if not keep you on the edge of your seat till the very end, movie Brick delivers. Next up, we dig deep past the Basic Instinct 2s, past the Catwomen, even past, for some of you, the Hudson Hawk, and dig out of our What the Frack bin, a movie that is truly in a category of its own. I'm talking about Mutilation Man. Now, Mutilation Man is by far one of the more bizarre movies I have ever seen, which is saying a lot, folks, let me tell you. Now, Mutilation Man is basically, I believe, from what I could gather, a movie about a man who goes around mutilating himself, and the crowd who sees his mutilations gets so worked up over the performance that they work themselves into a frenzy and all kill themselves. Now, in between these shows that we get to see, we get visions of flesh demons and some guy crawling out of a womb of some kind, and it's just, it even made me just go, what the frack, man? Apparently the guy, Mutilation Man, he has from an abused family, abusive father, from what I gather from the flashback scenes that are edited like someone who was schizophrenic at the editing machine when they were putting all this footage together. There is full frontal male nudity, which is unusual, and for some of those that might turn you off, as well as what might turn you off is naked women eating guts, just somewhere in a field. I mean, this movie is just a lot of imagery that barrages you, and it just makes you really just sit there and go, Also, in between there, look for the famous stock footage of famous Vietnamese executions from when the Vietnam U.S. soldiers were doing it, including the famous one with the guy in the street getting executed. Very disturbing. This movie, really, I'm not sure what the point of the whole movie was. Couldn't quite get that. If you're looking for an unusual movie, if you're looking for something that, just is way out there, then go rent Mutilation Man. You might find it at your local video store. A little iffy on that. Probably find it better on the internet. Otherwise, if you're looking for a nice warm date movie to take the girlfriend, wife / significant other to, Mutilation Man's not it. Trust me, folks. Now it's time for our 10 for 10. That's right, I'm going to give you a rundown of 10 movies in 10 seconds or less. You ready? Here we go. We've got good, crap, good, crap, good, crap. And I would rather have you grind ashes, hot burning ashes, into my eyes and then pour lemon juice all over it than to see this movie again. Thanks for joining us here at The Final Cut. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Come back. We'll be back in about a week and a half, hopefully with some new reviews, and you sitting right there. Until then, keep your tickets down.